To you, he's a sexy spy. To them, he's just a drunken guy. Researchers claim James Bond has a serious drinking problem and should seek help. It's fiction. They watched 24 Bond movies. This was an excuse. And counted Bond had 109 drinks, or about 4.5 per film. That is like half a night for me. And when he drinks, Bond engages in all sorts of risky behavior, like fighting, fiction, driving, fiction, high-stakes gambling, it's made up, operating heavy machinery, contact with dangerous animals, and having sex with enemy agents. Fiction. Whew. Now, the lesson here is, yes, alcohol can lead to bad choices, but the researcher suggests that is it MI6 or M16? MI6 should become a more responsible employer and change its workplace drinking culture, which might, however, make the next Bond film look like this.
This Christmas, Bond is back like you've never seen him before.
You hungry? I had an extra one.
You're not gonna hurt me.
Of course not. Violence is so uncivilized.
It's the same James Bond you know and love, rewritten to please even the most progressive, socially conscious moviegoer in 2018.
What'll it be, sir? Let me guess. Martini. Shaken, not stirred?
Latte, soy latte, extra decaf.
Extra decaf?
Are the beans sustainably sourced? I only drink organic, farm-raised, homegrown, cruelty-free coffee.
I have no idea.
With intrigue and suspense.
Your move, 007.
Is it? No, seriously, is it? I don't know how to play this game. I saw at a TED Talk recently that competitive activities only encourage toxic masculinity and marginalize disenfranchised communities into unjust hierarchical structures reinforced by a bigoted and corrupt system.
You're bluffing.
What's a bluff?
And it isn't a Bond film without seduction.
Well, James, I've had a really lovely evening. Cats, come inside.
You know, I don't appreciate the heteronormative assumptions in your proposition. It's regressive, anti-neo-feminist rhetoric like that that perpetuates a patriarchal society of oppression and gendered subjugation, not the least of which I care to contribute to.
You could have just said no.
So get ready for the most politically correct secret agent of all time. No guns, no gambling, no girls. It's James Bond in The Spy Who Consensually Agreed in Writing She Loved Me.
You must be Q.
It's LGBTQ now.
But of course.
I make a terrible Q, by the way. Oh, geez. Let's go. Kat, who's going to watch James Bond Teetotaler? Is that the word? No one.
No one. I'm just picturing, like, the next one is just him sitting at Passages Malibu in, like, a support group. I would not watch that unless it were hosted by Dr. Drew. Seems like a job that Dr. Drew could do.
I know. She brings it into, and she'll shoehorn it into a Bond segment.
I did.
Something wrong with you.
But it's like, why is 4 drinks per movie a lot? Doesn't the movie take place over a long period of time?
Yes.
If you can't have 4 drinks in like a month, then I've got a serious problem.
Taurus, we are heading in this direction. I mean, Hollywood is already kind of injecting political messages and fatuous virtue signaling. Like, all the movies are trying to force feed us something.
You know, what the funniest part about this whole situation is that we keep calling them researchers.
Yes.
Like, this is not a team of scientists. This is a team of, what do you got, man? I was high all weekend. I didn't do anything. All the rabbits are dead. No one fed the rabbits. What do we do?
All the rabbits.
I watched James Bond. Oh, that's great. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Like, that's literally what... And they turned that in with a straight face. Like,
yeah.
Sir, there's alcoholism in movies. Hey, so what do we take out for when the stunt double does the drink?
Yeah.
Or the stunt double goes in the room with a girl or does the fight scene? So does that count away? I mean, it's fiction. Like you said, like, I don't get... You know, like every movie, there's going to be a psychologist going to come out. And listen, you have to understand, Thanos had a lot of issues as a child, hence why he killed half the galaxy.
Yeah.
So he seriously has some suicidal tendencies, and like it's a movie.
It is
if
a
you don't
movie.
like it, turn it off.
You know, Heather, I think that like movies are like they're trying to buy protection from social justice. So they do stuff so that people won't come after them later. Does that make sense?
Maybe, but I thought people go to the movies for sex, drugs, violence. Isn't that not rock and roll, but sex, drugs, and violence? Isn't that why you go to a movie?
I don't go to movies for sex. I don't go to movies for sex.
No, not to get sex. You go to a movie to watch. I don't.
No, but I guess the thing is, it's like when I order my dinner, I don't like the peas touching the mashed potatoes. So you know,
You're one of those, huh?
Yeah. So it's like I don't want to sit in a movie and there's something going on, and all of a sudden there's a sex scene. It's like, especially if you're with like family members. Anyone. Yeah. It's just like gross.
Well, maybe don't take the kids to go see 50 First Dates or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
50 Shades of Grey, you mean?
yeah. No, 50 First Dates.
See, I thought it was about coloring. Yeah. I thought it was about coloring.
Really?
So I brought the kids to 50
As soon
Shades
as
of
you
Grey.
saw the room, you were like taking notes.
Where am I? Chris? Thank you, Heather.
Tyrus was right. It was the Aussies did this.
Right.
So when I read the title of the article, my original thought was like the drinking problem was going to be that he didn't drink enough at first, and then so he has sex with his enemies, but like he still has good judgment. His judgment's not impaired. Like he picks the hot ones.
Right. That's true.
It's not like he's, banging around with Jaws and Odd Job or whatever his name. And they say it's consensual.
Jaws was the big guy with the teeth, Greg.
What was
Not
his name?
the fish.
Richard Keel.
Yeah.